gilded cage, the mansion stands, a chilling monument to my unbridled avarice. Its exterior, carved from pilfered moonbeams and polished marble, shimmers under the glow of diamond-laden chandeliers of uncertain origin. Entering its lavish heart, an icy emptiness seizes my soul, a void no feast could ever satiate. I plotted, fought, and gorged myself into this golden prison. Once I yearned for power and the exhilarating rush of ownership. Now it's a monstrous beast devouring everything in its wake, leaving only an unfathomable abyss. The opening course is an assortment of unusual delicacies. Each morsel, a momentary ecstasy followed by deepening emptiness. The second dish presents forbidden fruits that taste like broken dreams and fragmented promises with a bitter aftertaste of regret. Each dish seems to taunt my desolation with its surrounding splendor. Laughter from invisible guests reverberates through the halls, a ghostly orchestra of superficial contentment. The paintings on the walls whisper stories of past gluttons whose spirits were consumed along with their riches, as their frosty eyes mirror my escalating despair. I indulge in jewels, relish in tears shed by those less fortunate, and drink greedily from cups overflowing with ambition's lifeblood. Yet the hunger persists, an unquenchable abyss swallowing not just food, but also my very being. The final dish arrives, one solitary apple shriveled and bruised. Biting into it unleashes a torrent of memories, not victories or triumphs, but forgotten kindnesses, betrayed affections, and squandered chances to be better. The apple tastes like ashes and regret, a stark reflection of the life I've devoured. Abruptly, opulence gives way to desolation. Barren wasteland replaces lush decadence as reality sets in. The mansion turns skeletal before me. Its glittering facade fades away. The hunger, finally satisfied, leaves a chilling emptiness in its wake. I am alone, stripped of everything but the echoes of my greed resonating in the desolate landscape. My pleas for mercy are met with the hollow laughter of unseen guests, a chilling reminder that the true cost of insatiable greed isn't just internal hollowness, but also the external chaos it causes. The mansion, a testament to my greed, watches silently as a soul is consumed by its desires. Now I roam these decaying halls as a ghost, a warning to those who dare chase fleeting pleasures born from greed. The hunger may never be satisfied, but its real price is far beyond any wealth. It's the cost of your very soul, forever trapped in golden bars you forged. In this grim irony, I discover that even amidst opulence and extravagance one can starve, for what we crave most isn't always what truly nourishes us. And so here I remain, not as master or conqueror, but as a prisoner, ensnared in a monument built from my insatiable desires. Suddenly, darkness. Stolen ambition. My reflection leers back at me, a monstrous parody of the man I once was. Eyes that used to brim with dreams now blaze with an icy, merciless hunger. Each wrinkle on my face silently screams tales of fortunes pilfered and a life wasted on greed's cruel pyre. The cost isn't merely etched into my visage, it's seared onto my very soul, a chilling reminder that true wealth isn't purchased but plundered, demanding a price no riches could ever offset. Sprawling estates, once proud tokens of my triumphs, now feel like crypts crammed with regret. The art collections, each piece meticulously sought as a symbol of success, scoff at me in their hollowness. Praises and power taste as bitter as charred ashes in my mouth. The unyielding yearning for more has consumed everything around me, leaving behind an echoing void filled with murmurs from those wronged and forgotten. One night, in the spectral silence of my luxurious penthouse, these whispers meld into one silky voice, promising to slake this unquenchable thirst and fill the emptiness with unimaginable power. But there's a catch. It demands my soul in exchange for this oblivion. Fear gnaws at me, yet deep within, a glimmer of rebellion ignites amidst the wreckage of my conscience. I refuse to succumb to this enticing darkness after all I've sacrificed. Memories flood back, warmth from genuine bonds, delight from creation, and simple joys traded for transitory power. With a guttural cry, I reject its proposal. A paranormal force sweeps across the room as the voice wails before falling into silence. When I dare look again, instead of opulence stands simplicity. Sunlight spills into an apartment, replacing penthouse grandeur. Collections, mansions, power, all vanished. The world I step into is alien, bereft of my past's magnificence, yet within me twinkles a speck of hope. I'm left with nothing but my freedom, The craving remains subdued. I begin anew, offering my talents and time to those in need. The warmth of communal meals, the laughter of children I assist, the satisfaction from crafting something meaningful. These are the genuine treasures that fill the void no ill-gotten wealth could. The journey is long and littered with hurdles and temptations, but with each act of kindness and every bridge mended, the burden on my soul lightens. Wrinkles soften, but their memory serves as a chilling warning, not just for me, but for all who chase after the mirage of wealth and power. True wealth lies not in gold or possessions, but in the bonds we form, lives we touch, and legacies we leave behind. That's worth striving for, worth defending despite past mistakes cost, even when faced with the darkest temptations. Twisted bargain. A sinister smile carves itself onto the devil's visage, his gaze reflecting the malicious flames that flicker and frolic within the ceremonial circle. My heart pounds a panicked beat against my ribcage in the eerie silence of the forsaken church. Yet the irresistible allure of untold riches, a life chiseled from gleaming gold and raw power, muffles my terror. With a hand quivering like an autumn leaf caught in a gust, I ink our unholy agreement, each character leaving a bitter aftertaste on my tongue. Blind to the frosty fingers of greed coiling around my soul, their grip tightening with each passing second, I bask in the initial bounty. Fortune floods in like a tsunami, erasing debts, sparking envy, and fueling my unquenchable cravings. Palatial homes replace shanties, diamonds sparkle on my digits, society bows before me. But as years seep away like water through clenched fingers, the pack's price becomes excruciatingly apparent. The icy clutch of greed has transformed into chains, constricting not only my spirit but also my humanity. Friends morph into enemies, love sours into suspicion, genuine connection is encased by biting loneliness. The stranger reflected in the mirror is alien, eyes ablaze with a frigid fire of cunning. The devil's mocking laughter reverberates in my nightmares, a chilling reminder of debts spiraling out of control. Once coveted wealth now feels like golden manacles, suffocating me. In desperation, I attempt to sever our pact, to retrieve what I've so recklessly traded away. But old Nick, the crafty trickster, proffers a cruel choice: renounce your riches or forfeit your life entirely. The toll of greed extends beyond the material. It menaces existence itself. Fired by defiant bravery, I spurn both options. Instead, I turn Satan's weapon against him. My wealth is redirected into constructing orphanages, endowing hospitals, and anonymously aiding struggling artists. Each act of charity gnaws at my greed-encrusted chains, loosening Lucifer's grip. The struggle is savage, strewn with hurdles and temptations, but every act of kindness eases the frosty grip. The manacles grow brittle. In a climactic clash powered by the might of benevolence, I shatter our pact. The devil evaporates, his laughter replaced by the innocent giggles of children in my orphanage. The once crushing burden of wealth now serves to uplift others, to repair the harm I've inflicted. Scars linger, a chilling reminder of that unholy contract in my dalliance with darkness. But I emerge not shattered but redeemed. The devil's grin forever etched in my memory serves as a stark warning. True wealth lies not in material possessions but in shared empathy and enriched lives. Greed may levy a hefty price, but redemption, though arduous, is worth every sacrifice. For when all is said and done, genuine treasure isn't gold. It's love and the connections we nurture. Suddenly, a chill runs down my spine as an icy whisper fills the room. Our deal is not yet done. Fear creeps in. Terror seizes me. The story doesn't end here, it has only just begun. Hunger never dies. Before me sprawls a ghastly feast, an eerie testament to excess. Tongues of peacock, unnaturally slick and shimmering, lie in repose beside immense platters of caviar as broad as carriage wheels. Fruits from far-off lands, their hues dizzyingly vivid, emit a disquieting inner radiance. Yet despite the extravagant display, not a spark of hunger ignites within me. My relentless craving, a voracious beast born from greed, has consumed all there is to consume, leaving behind only an icy emptiness that no wealth can ever fill. My journey began with humble hopes, a life of ease peppered with occasional indulgences. But once freed, the demon of greed proved relentless. Each new possession, each goal achieved only served to fuel its insatiable appetite. Modest homes became sprawling estates, simple trinkets turned into priceless treasures, familiar faces transformed from friends and kin into rivals and flatterers. Here I sit now, perched atop my stolen summit of dreams, alone save for the echo of my laughter bouncing off the gold-laden walls of my self-imposed prison. The feast remains untouched, its enticing scents sickeningly sweet, while the air tastes like ashes and regret. Despair nibbles at the edges of my sanity as I attempt to fill this void with fleeting pleasures, the thrill of secret romances or the adrenaline rush of dangerous gambles. Yet the emptiness persists, an echoing abyss filled with silent screams from those wronged or forgotten. One quiet night in the stifling silence of my golden cage, they appear. Shimmering phantoms shifting like smoke from dark corners, their eyes aflame with ancient hunger. They whisper promises of power that could obliterate this ceaseless void. For a price, my soul, seemingly insignificant compared to their promised oblivion. Fear wrestles with desperation within me. Their proposition is ludicrous, echoing countless warnings whispered throughout history. Yet the alternative, an eternity trapped within this golden cage of my own making, feels equally intimidating. As I prepare to speak, a spark of defiance ignites within me. This emptiness, this relentless hunger, isn't inherently mine. It's a parasite, a creature of greed that I've nurtured and fed. With a defiant roar, I reject my feast, wealth, and power. Casting off the shiny chains of ambition, I see the emptiness not as a void, but as an untouched canvas, ready for me to paint a new life focused on kindness rather than consumption, love over greed. The figures recoil as their whispers morph into angry screams. The feast evaporates into thin air and the mansion crumbles around me. Bruised but unbroken, I step into the cold light of dawn, viewing the world not as my personal treasure trove but as countless opportunities to heal wounds I've inflicted. The road ahead will be marked with the scars from my past, but with each act of kindness and every life touched with compassion, the internal void will slowly shrink, replaced by serene satisfaction, riches far more valuable than any stolen treasure. The hunger may return whispering its enticing promises again, but this time I'll be ready, forever watchful and resilient against its allure. Suddenly, darkness, a shroud engulfs everything. The terrifying realization strikes. True wealth lies not in possessions but in choices made, lives impacted, and legacies left behind. I fear it might be too late for me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching.